Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Shanti King, and today I'll be giving my informative speech on the lasting effects of colorism on darker skinned people in the Black community. Now, I want you to imagine growing up hearing phrases like, "You are so pretty for a dark skinned girl," or "Maybe you should stay out the sun so you won't get any darker." Now, some people may think that these comments are harmless or even a compliment, but they can have a lasting effect. Send messages that darker skin is somehow less beautiful or less valuable, or even something that's viewed as wrong. Many of us have heard conversations about skin tone through social media, music, television, or even conversations within our own family. And that's why it's important to understand what colorism is and how it still affects people today. While preparing this speech, I researched information from the American Psychological Association, academic journals, and the National Library of Medicine. Today, I will explain what colorism is, how it began, how it affects dark-skinned people, and how the media continues to influence it. Colorism is discrimination or prejudice based on skin tone, where lighter skin is often treated more favorably than darker skin within the same racial or ethnic group. Here's a definition right here. Colorism has a long history. During slavery, lighter-skinned enslaved people were sometimes given jobs inside of the house, while darker-skinned enslaved people were working outside doing the harder labor. Over time, European beauty standards have helped create the idea that lighter skin was more attractive and had a higher social status. Even though slavery ended many years ago, these beliefs have continued through generations. According to the American Psychological Association, colorism still affects people's confidence, self-esteem, and social experiences today. Now that we know where colorism comes from, let's look at how it affects people today still. One of the biggest effects is on mental health. Many dark-skinned people struggle with lower self-esteem after hearing negative comments about their skin tone mostly their whole life. Even comments that sound like compliments, such as saying someone is pretty for a dark-skinned girl, can be harmful because they suggest beauty is unusual for darker skin, and it's very backhanded. Colorism can also affect friendships, dating, and family relationships. Some people grow up believing lighter skin is more desirable because of what they see or hear around them and what they're introduced to. It can also affect opportunities. Research has shown that skin tone can influence hiring decisions, income, and how professional someone is viewed because of their darker skin tone. According to research from the National Library of Medicine, colorism contributes to stress and unequal social outcomes for many Black Americans. Imagine a child constantly hearing that their darker skin is not beautiful. Over time, they may begin to believe those messages and can affect their confidence years later on end. Besides affecting everyday life, colorism is also reinforced by the media. For many years, television shows, movies, advertisements often gave more attention to the lighter-skinned Black actors and models, while the darker-skinned people were either left out or given stereotypical roles. For example, Martin. If you watch Martin, you know Gina and Pam, they're best friends, and Pam is portrayed to be the more aggressive friend, and a lot of jokes were around her being ugly, and this is to be believed the stereotype of her skin complexion. Social media can also make the problem worse. Filters, editing, and beauty trends often promote unrealistic beauty standards that can make people feel like they need to change their appearance. The good news is that things are slowly improving day by day. Today, more movies, fashion campaigns, and television shows are celebrating more darker skin tones and giving more representation to darker skin actors, models, and creators. As I conclude, today we learned what colorism is, where it came from, how it affects mental health and opportunities, and how the media continues to shape the way darker skin is viewed. Colorism is more than comments about appearance. It is a social issue that continues to affect many people every day. By understanding it, we can become more aware of how our words and actions affect others. Remember, no one's beauty, value, or potential should be ever determined by the shade of their skin. Thank you and have a great day.